Hi everyone, I'm Christine Jasti of Mail Something Pretty, and today I thought I would give you a tour of my craft space. I know I always love to see other people's spaces, and I figured that you might like a little sneak peek of mine. I cleaned it, so it's never this clean. For New Year's Eve, or New Year's time, I always do a big purge of my craft room, and so that's what I did the last few days. So I thought I'd show it to you. I thought I'd show you how I organize some things and store some things, and hopefully some of the tips would be helpful, if not just curiosity's sake. So I'm going to flip the camera. All right, so let's start the tour. So like I said, my room is right off the kitchen. So here's like the doorway, here's my kitchen, and the kind of the sitting room. And so this was the old living room. I live in a Cape styled house. So when we moved in, this was a living room. But I'll tell you why in a few minutes of why it's now the art room. So we have this big wall, or decent sized wall. It is chalkboard paint. And so sometimes we decorate it with different drawings and everything. And so I haven't put our candy countdowns away yet, but this is an old frame. And so I converted it. And so I hung some string, and I have little clothespins that I will hang cards on, and so it looks really nice with the cards on there. And so most of this room is kind of furnished by IKEA, and so this is a shelf that I got, and so it has you know, many shelves. And so I wanted to show you, actually I'll show you this quote because I really like it: "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." My daughter's name is Hope, and so I just really like that quote. And so these are some of the Christmas cards that you sent me. So I wanted to show them to you because they're all beautiful. And then if you see one that you like, you can always pause the video and take a screenshot and use it for next year. I just wanted to show them all to you. And I have some more hanging on the wall behind me that I will show you as well. So I got some more catalogs. A whole bunch of catalogs went out in the mail. If you haven't received them, check in with me. Send them out to everyone who's placed an order with me in the last year. But if you haven't and you want one, just let me know and I'll send you a link and you can sign up for one. So this is where I store my Facebook Live things to show. So I already have tomorrow's all set. So I'm going to be using, this is a new celebration stamp set. So I'm going to show you how to use this with the Stamparatus. And I have a whole stack of card samples to show you. So I kind of went a little crazy. And so, like I said, most of this room is from IKEA. So this table and the chairs are all from IKEA, but this particular table has a leaf, so it gets bigger, but it came with two of the benches. And so what I usually do when I'm not having club, I put the extra bench against the wall, and I use that for storage to put things on because I don't have a whole lot of places to put things. And so right now there's some garden club things, and I have this are the stacks of the new papers. And so I bought one just to show them all to you, which I showed I think on the last Facebook Live. And so the paper share actually deadline is tomorrow, so I will be ordering that. And so just a few things on my bulletin board. And then I have a little corner table that I have, I keep my score tool, I have this huge paper cutter. I'm developing arthritis in my hand, so sometimes it's hard for me to cut. And so I got this paper cutter to cut lots of projects, club projects, paper shares, and so it's been really helpful. But I always use, I'll show you my other Stampin' Up paper cutter. So I store some catalogs here. Like I said, it's like, this is just kind of like a little workstation. For the first time ever, I put a Christmas tree in my room, and it's kind of fun. So I'll probably do that every year because it was kind of festive to have a little bit of sparkly lights. And so this bookshelf was free, and free is always good, from Borders Books that closed many years ago. And so they're cleaning out. My dad grabbed it. He's kind of king of getting free stuff. And so it's worked out perfectly. So it is never this clean. I should take a snapshot. It is never this clean. but I store my paper in 2 spots. So these are unopened cardstock. I try to have extra colors on hand. Some books, cute little picture my daughter made when she was in preschool. So these are the stamp sets that I have that are either Celebration or the Occasion catalog. So I keep those kind of separate area. And then these are stamps that I have from the annual catalog. See, like, it's all perspective. I have a lot or I don't have a lot, depending on what your take is. I don't keep my retired stuff for the most part down here. I try to keep it upstairs, and actually I don't really use it, except for I have a few stamp sets that are retired, either of ones that I love or a lot of words, and I find that it's fine to use, you know, words. But I try to use stamps that are only current because I don't want to show you something and then you want to buy it and then you can't. So that's kind of my philosophy. I store my machine there, and then I have, these are kind of divided like pre-made cards, so that when I send out I need a card, or sometimes people come over and purchase a card, so they're kind of neat and tidy, and then just different stuff on the bottom, kits or old templates and little things. You know, everyone has a corner that you throw things in, and actually, I'll step back for a second. This corner, kind of what you see now, that's what my stamp space used to be before I converted this room. I had a folding table, and I had lots of boxes and shelves and everything, and so all my stuff was just in this corner. So you don't need a big craft room to stamp, even to be a demonstrator. I was a demonstrator for several years with that corner. And then my kitchen table. But we put an addition onto our house, a mudroom and a garage, and so my husband said, why don't you just, this is exactly what he said, why don't you keep all your crap in one spot? I said, okay. So we converted this room to what we call the art room, and the kids did they were little, they did their homework in here, they did art projects in here, and then I did my crafting. So it was a space that we all kind of used, and now primarily I just use it. This is how I store some of my paper, and so hopefully this is helpful to you. I use hanging files for my scraps, and so, you know, this is probably from some office store years and years ago. So it's just a hanging file, and so let's see, I'm trying to find one that has colors in it. So this is, let's see, it says olive, so that one doesn't have too many scraps in it. I keep all like my colors together. So that is soft sea foam, and you can see some of the colors are misfiled. I'll have to go through and pick them out. But I kind of keep my colors that way, the Pacific Point, and I keep all my new ink colors up front, and then the rest are by like kind of colors. And so that to me is a helpful way of keeping my scraps. I used to keep them all in a box, but what happened is I would just put on scrap on top of it, and I never knew like really what was in the bottom of the scrap box. So this is a pretty good system for me. And then this shelf, a drawer rather, actually should go right here, but I put it on top of the hanging file system here, and so I keep my 12 by 12 or my designer series paper. So I have some of my the 6x6 all up front, some of the T cards and all that kind of stuff. Some of the, what do you call these? Template, I don't know, stencils. And then I keep some of the old papers that I use to make templates for boxes to figure things out. Watercolor paper. And then I also buy a share for myself. The paper share is a little plug. The paper share deadline is tomorrow. And so this is what they look like. So I put the title of the paper stack, and then I write the coordinated colors, and then they're bound kind of just in another strip of paper. And when I have little pieces, then I just kind of paper clip them to the side, and they kind of all fit in there. So I keep my paper share ones kind of up front here. And then I keep the 12 by 12 behind because the container is wide enough for 12 by 12. I mistakenly ordered a bunch of packs of 12 by 12 white, but luckily I just cut that up. So that's up front, but I keep the designer series paper behind. I keep them in the plastic bag, and you can see it, like I keep the little pieces all within. And then I really cleaned out, so I took out all the retired stuff. So that's just all like the foils and stuff, the glitter papers I keep in the back. But that's kind of how I keep my scrap papers and then my 12 by 12 papers. And so this shelving system again is IKEA, and I think they just call them like 2x4s. There's two shelves together. And so it works out great. Let's see, I'll show you this and I'll make sure I'll show the wall. So, you know, notebooks and little storage areas, whatever. So this is how I keep my embossing folders. This is a great tip, I think. So Apple boxes, this is my iPhone box, are really sturdy. I don't know if you can't really see, but they're really sturdy. So they're holding all my embossing folders. So I use the Apple boxes a lot for different things. And then I keep a lot of my dies in here. These are magnetic sheets. This I bought at Joann's online. I got a really good sale. So you can look around for sales because you don't want to pay full price. But the company's called Art Bin. I like it, but it has its advantages and disadvantages. And then some of the other dies I've been just keeping are actually in the actual sleeves, and I'm just keeping them on the shelf. So I kind of do both. And so this is where I keep my regular, the paper that I use. So these are also from IKEA. These are metal. And so I kind of keep them by colors rather than like by collections. I just put the colors together. So like that one was purple. This is pinks and reds, orange and yellows. Keep all my neutrals together, blues and greens. And so that's kind of works for me. I have a little recycling bin. And then this basket's not IKEA, but I think they sell them. And I keep all my envelopes in here as long as like the little, those plastic bag things. And then they also have drawers. So this one I keep white. This is just a plastic box. And then I keep all my scrap white pieces in there. And then my snack drawer, because everyone needs a snack drawer. And then just some hanging files. I have the storage system for the inks and the blender pens that Stampin' Up does sell, and I do like them. They'd all slide in, and there's spots for your markers, your Stampin' Right markers. Again, I kind of color code them, so I have the current in colors in one section, and then I go like neutrals to purples to blues to greens, yellows to reds. That's just how my brain works. I like all the colors together rather than the collections, but you can kind of sort them however you want. And then there's really not a whole big system. I keep the ink colors together, some of the retired colors. So that's, again, similar kind of how I do it. These actually are cards I show in the today's email. Let's see, just magnetic board, just different things that I keep on their shelf. And so I have another shelf. I will show you some more Christmas cards. Oh, I want to make sure I showed you this. So this is how I kind of keep my punches and my ribbons. It is also from IKEA, a long time ago. So they were called appliance racks. They're like $1 or $2. Probably about 10 years ago. So they might have this, or they might have something different, similar, different. And so like all these baskets were all from IKEA. These little things were from IKEA. And so I just kind of store different things in them. Just trying to see if you can see them all. Those are all like annual catalog ribbons. I keep my retired ribbons. Those are all the foam sticky things. Here is a little sneak peek of the occasions catalog ribbons. So that also, the sign up deadline is that for tomorrow. And then I made these little boxes. I think I may have done a video a long time ago. They're just little boxes and they fit right on the shelf. And so I just kind of keep some of the cut pieces in there. So if you ever need like a little piece, I kind of keep them in there. These ones I have little envelopes. And so if I have extra pieces, I put those pieces in the envelopes. try to be organized if I can. And then so those are the punches. Some are retired, some are current. Some of the punches I hold on to. So these are more Christmas cards. So I wanted to show them to you too. So you can see I really was blessed with so many Christmas cards from all of you. And I love them. So they'll hang up. This wire also is from IKEA. They'll hang up for a while, and then I will put them in a box and hold on to them. And sometimes I go back to them and I use your layouts and your folds in future projects. This was a sampler my friend Ann made. She's a demonstrator, and we became accountability partners. I talk about her often a while ago, and we became really good friends. And so she made that for me. We actually, I think, are going to be doing more things together this year, so look for that. So more Christmas cards. They're also very different and awesome. Sorry, the lighting too. I'm looking this very dark. It's rainy out today, so it's a little dark in here. This is, again, another shelf from IKEA that I keep things on. And so I'll just show you this. I turned 52 years ago, and then my brother made me this cork 50, which is kind of cool, but he will be getting it back in a couple of years. So I'll have to find something else to put up there. Let's see what else. That's kind of the room. I just did a tour. And so hopefully you're not going to be, so there you go. So again, that's my workspace where I make all the projects. I film the videos generally upstairs. I have a corner in my bedroom that has better lighting, and it's kind of away from the kids and everything. So I do all that up there. But that is my craft space. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you, or however many minutes, to show you my craft space and show you how I store things. And hopefully some of that is helpful to you. I'm sure you have your own system, and it might work for you, but maybe some of the things that I do will work for your space. So thank you very much for my little tour, and I'll see you later. Bye.